All right, everybody, I hope you got your popcorn ready, because this is going to be not short. This is a beautiful, big 5-slide rear living and entertainment Pinnacle here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. And if you'd like to see if we have this in stock, how we have it equipped, what we're asking without those pesky hidden charges, you can visit the link in our video description to see our website, to see exactly what we have, what we're asking, how it's equipped, all of that good information, including full links and tank capacities, etc. The biggest thing I've noticed in my career here and all of my time and experience is people come in and they say, I was looking at brand X, and they say, how does the Pinnacle compare to that? You don't compare a Pinnacle to other things. It's in a different class, and I don't mean that like sarcastically. The RV that exists before the Pinnacle in the Jayco lineup is the North Point, and that is the one that you compare to the other luxury fifth wheels in the market. That is where the other brands stop building. Jayco goes a step above with the Pinnacle. This is a true class above and apart from the normal, if you will, luxury fifth wheels on the market. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with them. They're beautiful. There's plenty of beautiful coaches out there. But this is a true class above. And I'm going to start to point out the differences to help you understand how I've come to that conclusion. So this has the largest front in-class storage. You actually do see this mirrored on its brother, the North Point, or sister, whatever you want to call it. That extra overhead storage is awesome. This is Gen Prep. Now you can get this with generator, Gen Prep. There's different ways to build it. Remember, the one we're looking at isn't necessarily the Pinnacle here at HaylettRV. It's just an example of one. Now you have room down here for like 6 batteries. If you're going to go way off the grid, this is definitely a coach that is designed for it. We've got the full MORryde pin box and suspension system with their 5-star handling package. There's a series of things that go into that. So the long story short, this is a big, heavy sucker. You know, this fifth wheel right here weighs like 14,300 pounds. It is not light, it is not small, but it is built to last. It is built to be the last one you ever need. And it's built to get you there comfortably. That's what this kind of goes into. Now it is also 102-inch full wide body. It's max width. And that is another difference. Generally speaking, fifth wheels are 8 foot wide. This is 6 inches wider. People say I make too big of a deal over 6 inches. I say you've never been in an RV and felt the difference, because it does matter. The bigger shower, the extra living space, the dual hide-a-beds that you can still walk through, these things would not be possible without the wider body nature of the Jayco Pinnacle. We do have one-touch automatic leveling, which is just a blessedly handy thing on a big old girl like this. Those automatic leveling systems, it's like when you get a new house, guys, and you don't know what the heck the light switches do. You got to push the buttons a few times, you figure it out, and then you're good. But you got to touch it a few times. So you saw that drop frame expansive storage compartment here. What we're actually looking at, this is the box for the 55-inch Furrion HD TV, your bedroom 32-inch, and then your outside grill. I stacked all that up so you can see there's still extra room up here. That's how big this is. Now this is new at the time of this filming. This is a nice little update they put in over last year. This handy little storage shelf compartment. That's awesome, because the thing is, it's these big drop frame storage compartments, they look amazingly impressive. Don't get me wrong, that's why I like showing them. But they're, in a sense, impractical, because you don't usually stack storage, so they gave you shelf space to do that. Now, notice that even our baggage doors here, they're all self-supporting, so you don't have to, like, use the plastic latches that always get brittle and break after sun exposure. If you're looking for, you know, full-time extended season, 0-degree camping, whatever, this is your coach. This does all of that. We've got that full privatized heated protecting docking station in there. Your water hoses and cable and stuff you can feed up through this little access panel. So you can leave this door shut and locked so the little nosy neighbor kid who likes to come around and put his little grubby booger pickers on everything can't touch your stuff. Now this is a big deal update. I want to really talk about it. They've really gone big here. They went with 40-pound propane tanks, not even 30s. 40s. Here's the only hiccup I have with this is I look at it and say, oh man, what if it's a Sunday and I run out of gas? You can't just go swap 40s out. You have to get 40s filled. Well, guess what? The good people at the Jayco Luxury Division, they figured that out. So not only do we already have 80 gallons of propane here, which is 25% more than industry standard luxury fifth wheels, they gave you a hot swap side saddle tank. And notice too, this is actually even connected. This RV has literally double the propane capacity of pretty much anything else anywhere remotely close to this class size or price point. This has a 120-gallon propane storage capacity. Triple hookups, all active, all connected. That is incredible. That's a big, best-in-class, awesome thing right there. Now you can see that we dressed her up with the slide awning toppers on all 5 slides. We figure you got a lot of slides, you have a lot of slide-out coverage. We want to give you all the protection you can get for something like this. While we're looking up, I want to take a moment to discuss the Magnum Truss XL6 roof system that Jayco has on this. Basically, the best way I can describe it without getting into some real gritty nuts and bolt stuff is this roof structure is built like a diesel pusher. It's built shockingly, remarkably similar to like the Integra Coach diesel pushers that Jayco owns and builds. Now, over here, we've got the Tetford Sanacon turbo system. Now, these guys are not American, so it's not it's Tetford. The idea behind this is that it's a power exhaust system. And you look at this, you say, that's a thin hose. If you don't know about this, do some Googling on that, do some YouTube research. Basically, there's a macerator in here. There's a machine like a garbage disposal in a sink. Perfect analogy. There's a garbage disposal that chews up all the solid waste matter, and now it has a power exhaust. This can actually exhaust your black tank waste up to 15 foot uphill. It will push waste uphill if need be. And at the worst case scenario, you're at least done. You're exhausting your tanks twice as fast as normal. You're spending half as much time dealing with a very unpleasant scenario, potentially, and spending more time back in your beautiful luxury coach here. Now we've got our, I had someone say, oh my God, look at that paint package. This is actually just the fiberglass. Hi lady, how you doing? Got a fan. This is a high gloss exterior glass right here. This is going to shine up very nicely. This will stay clean easier. It'll hold up better in weather. Oh man, there's a lot to talk about. All LED lights inside and out. That's actually another thing I like to talk about. Jayco does all LED exterior lights across the board. You know, a lot of brands will do LED interiors, not exteriors. Now, these have the bigger, taller Goodyear Endurance radials. This is a serious piece of equipment right here. Again, if you're gonna leave something, or if you're gonna do some heavy duty towing, this is what you want. These big 16-inch radials are what you're looking for right there. All right, moving on. We've got aluminum framed construction everywhere, laminated walls, laminated slide walls. Now these are full 2 inches thick to give you the maximum R values possible there, at least with a 2-inch thick wall. And we've got a power 50 amp cord reel. It has a power extend and retract, because these 50 amp cords, they're heavy. Now a young son of a gun like me, I guess I can manage it fine, but the person who's typically buying a Pinnacle is not a young son of a gun like me. It's someone more like my grandparents who have earned, you know, their stripes. They've taken some beatings, and they've got a couple years of rounds on them here. They don't want to be lugging around a giant tank. Maybe they've got a knee or a hip problem. Well, that's exactly what this is for. These have a 2-inch accessory hitch. I stress the word accessory, not towing. This is not made for towing. This is made for like a bike rack. Now, this is a model that is very popular for leaving like in a park for a seasonal type or park type use. The bike rack, that receiver hitch on the back is actually still handy, because if you leave bikes around a site, something I've noticed with my experience is if the bikes are strapped up to a bike rack, people tend not to touch them. But if they're sitting here loose, if they're there when you come back, you notice that they sometimes get moved. It's like somebody takes them for a ride who wasn't invited, you know. Little outside grill hookup way back here in the corner. They get it away from the full camping side of things, and back here in the corner where it's private, where people aren't gonna, you know, come interrupt you and mess with you and let you burn your meat. Now, this is another update. At this time, you're seeing more of these come through the market, and I couldn't be happier for it. I love these MORryde steps. You have adjustable feet, so even on uneven ground like this, actually when it came in, the steps weren't, it was kind of wanting to be wobbly. I was able to adjust those legs to make this thing perfectly stable, and you can really get aggressive with that thing. It is not going anywhere. It sets the tone for the incredibly solid well done package that they have here. And notice they have a newer, bigger, lower hanging entry handle on these. This big folding extension handle makes it very easy to go up and down this big, because we've got a tall chassis and we've got extra tall tires. She sits up high. So these steps and that bigger handle make for perfect, easy come and go. Now they have easy access to your central vac dump down here so that you're not dumping your dirt that you swept up back into the RV. We've also got outside TV hookups right here, and if you want to feed your cables out and leave the baggage doors down, you can do that too. And the speakers are mounted low where you can keep the volume down and it doesn't blow away the neighbors. Another thing I like about the Pinnacles here at HaylettRV, keyless door pad entry. So if you're going to go kayaking or biking, you don't have to worry about accidentally losing your keys. Or what if you just forgot them? Now it's not a problem. Also, this has the key alike system. This key, those keys, every key is one key. Even that Thetford SantaCon system operates on the same key as everything else. As we come inside, you are greeted to just a beautiful big interior. But it's a little dark right now. That is why, right when you walk in the door, you have this handy little 12-volt operated touchscreen control panel. The One Control system by LCI. It pretty much does everything. This is one of my favorite things though. You touch lights, you touch all on, and this thing just comes to life and it sings. Now look at that overhead accent beam. It is indirect and backlit up there. It is so cool. Not backlit, I'm sorry, but it has extra accent lights right there. Everything on this is just extremely well done. Now, we've got all our ceiling lights. You can still operate on one switch. So you can operate your manual controls or your digital controls either way. Now there's a free app you can download where you can basically it works on like a closed circuit Wi-Fi system where your phone can become a remote control for pretty much all of your RV's major systems, including leveling, which is really neat. Like if I back up here, you can see that it's got like all the instruction manuals on it right here, first of all, which is really cool. Oops, of course now I got myself screwed up because I bumped a button. It's basically a modified Android tablet, but awning, leveling, lighting, slides can all be operated right here or from your phone. Now, we've got accent lights all over the place, like you can see the kitchen accent lights right there. We've got all sorts of upper accent lights that are just beautiful when they get all sparked up. It looks fantastic. We'll come back to the kitchen. I gotta get moving. We've got a lot to cover on this. Holy crap. Okay, so let's start from the top and work our way down. This has dual whisper quiet AC systems. A lot of RVs now, a lot of fifth wheels, even some trailers, have whisper quiet living room airs. And that's nice because they're on average about 70% quieter, so you don't have to crank the TV up, and you don't have to talk like this to the guy next to you like you're in some rock and roll bar. Well, this also has bedroom whisper quiet AC, which to me is the most important part, because that's where the whisper quiet air belongs. That's where you need it the most. You get the idea. It's quieter, and with the helix ducting system that Jayco hides up in this roof, you can't see it, so I have to tell you about it. It bends the air. It doesn't break the air in a hard angle, so it flows more smoothly. It actually has better airflow than traditional air systems. So here we've got dual opposing hide-a-beds. Now, because this does have that extra super duper wide body, you can open both hide-a-beds and still do a little sideways shuffle through here to get to stuff. This is a huge 40-inch electric space heater, which has little LED visual elements to it. And this is kind of neat. It sort of has like a little, this is the extra Pinnacle touches, a little hidden desk drawer in here. They didn't waste anything. You know, there's storage all around this. Huge storage too, very aggressive. TV's on a power lift, so you can enjoy either maximum scenic views, or you can lift the TV and pull down your dual section day-night roller shades straight out of a diesel pusher. Again, a lot of pusher elements are in these things right here. Even full overhead storage. Now you see that arch right there? That is how much extra interior living, breathing function space you're getting in not just your living room, but also the bedroom and the bathroom where you're up higher. You know, down here, you're like, why do I need this giant cathedral type ceiling? Upstairs is where it really feels nice, but it does feel good to open it up down here. Oh shoot, what was this decor called? I don't remember. But as many of these as we sell, if you like everything in this video, except you don't like this really dark espresso brown virtual, like approaching black decor here, we might have a different one in stock. So it does not hurt to like give us a call and see what we have. I love this giant window right here. Now this is a sister, oh, there's my umbrella. It was drizzling earlier and I set that down when I was in here and then it quit and I couldn't find it. There we go. Hashtag problem solved. This is a sister to a designer floor plan, the 39RE. It has a giant sliding glass patio door here because it is slightly bigger. Not everyone needed that, and instead you've got this giant scenic viewing window, but I love the trimmings all around this. The touches are just outstanding. And you really can feel the difference in that wider body. Now this is, you need 110 power to operate this, but here you have power recline, heat, massage, lighting for your cup holders, everything right here. Now notice that you also include this nice side stand. This is a little bit bigger than the RVs that have something similar, but the body's only 8 foot wide. Remember, 6 extra inches meant they could go with larger furniture. If you're a larger individual, you need a larger fifth wheel. Here you go. All solid surface countertops all over the place. Sometimes people say, well, is it really Corian? Corian's just a brand name. This, the big thing you got to look for, guys, is does the pattern persist all the way through in case you have to resurface the material? And the answer here is an absolute unequivocal yes, 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 it does. So for traveling, you've got a 1,000-watt inverter to keep that giant, I don't know what size, I want to, it's 18 to 23 cubic foot. I'd have to check the spec sheet to see what size residential fridge we have there. We have a big Furrion residential convection oven. Now when we look down here, you see a little bit different stovetop configuration. Here's what's cool about these. These are sealed burners. So I pull this little cover off here. You notice most RVs, most stovetops, there's like a black plate that goes around the burner and grease and junk and stuff can fall down through there. This is a sealed burner. This is a residential style burner made for mobile applications. It's absolutely awesome. So what it means is this is, you pull up your little metal grates, soak them, wipe it down, done. And I love the glass front on this stovetop right here. I get another very residential look, feel thing. This is an oven you can actually use in this RV. Now, all of your drawers are residential soft close. Now for big and little stuff, they kind of give you really cool different ways of segmenting your storage in here. Even a handy little like roll-away utensil drawer built right in. And again, what I like about these soft close drawers is like if you're going down the road and you hit a big bump and these things get bumped halfway open, they close themselves. They want to catch. They don't get hung open where they can smash and bash into everything. They include for you a nice little wastebasket right here and more drawers, because when is more the wrong answer when it comes to storage? And the answer there is never. Giant double basin stainless sink, and I love the little stainless like belly bump that we have right here. It's very easy to clean, it's very modern, it's very rugged and substantial. I enjoy that. By the way, all of your cabinetry this is not like lumber core. You can hear real wood. That's real wood, which is nice. All hardwood, you know, cabinet door framings. Oh, I missed some lights up there. There's so many lights in this. I don't even have them on. You don't need them. You do have a wall controller for the exhaust ceiling fan that we have up here for airflow. So this pretty much does everything. Apparently my watch thought I was talking to it. I must have said the word seriously. Sometimes it'll do that. Yep. Full storage below with the exception of where that little converter, well not little converter, the big converter for this thing is located. Notice too, handy appliance deck right here. This is a perfect place to put like toasters and blenders and things like that. And when you're doing some serious cooking and prep, notice that they slotted these sink covers so that you've got a perfect fit every time. They don't rattle, they don't rock and roll, they don't slide off. And then when you need it, you've got this little pop-up power tower. Ooh, I'm going to use that phrase. I like that. Pop-up power tower. There when you need it, gone when you don't. Set it and forget it. Any phrase you want to use. Dual household and dual USB plugs, so it can do and charge everything. Oh my gosh, I haven't even got to all the storage on this wall over here. This is like an ideal pantry, but what's cool is it's also like an ideal little serving station. It can kind of do both things. Your slides are a full walk-in 6.5 foot tall height, so you're not going to bang your head there. Big windows for cross breeze all over the place. Now, most of the time, it's probably going to be just the two of you. That's why they have two full-time fixed padded chairs. For guests, when you open this hidden leaf table right here, you have twin fold-away decor matching chairs with some nice little padded backs. They sit at the same height and they have the same finish as the rest of the chairs, so your guests don't feel like they're on the kids fold away stool, you know, when you put the kids at the kiddie table. This is awesome. It's perfect for guests, and these can hide in the closet. These can fold away under the bed when you're not using them. Central vac hookup right here with your little toe kick. So if you sweep up everything, you can turn on the vacuum and just sort of push a little bit of debris and dirt that you've swept up directly down in there. Now these are not hardwood. It's like a plastic wood type step because it's not as slippery as hardwood, and it's way more rugged. You know, it won't show wear and tear like a hardwood could. Now hardwood could. I've been reading some Dr. Seuss to my daughter, so maybe that's sinking through. All right, bathroom. This shower is 6 inches deeper than a standard body fifth wheel. That's really nice because, again, bigger folks have a hard time in a traditional RV shower. This is made for big people. For instance, I can stand directly in the middle of this thing. I can put my head on my elbow and not come close to hitting the wall over here. I have to really, I mean, you can see I have to really lean over to try to interfere with stuff. And I've got all kinds of headroom. You know, I can spin you around, baby, right round in here, all over the place. We got all kinds of room. And if you're not dizzy, I don't know how, because I'm dizzy and I'm doing it. All right. Same solid surface materials as you find in the bathroom, and a deceptively large sink because it's actually a really big counter, so it looks like a small sink, but adult hands, you're going to fit in here just fine. Big hardwood medicine cabinet that is very deep, so you can actually put like blow dryers and shavers and stuff in there, and even these are hidden hinges. They never scale down in here. Turning around, not only do we have good linen storage here for all your, you know, beach towels and you know, general linens and whatnot, but this is another little bonus space. You can maybe keep some extra rolls of toilet paper. This could be where you keep like your big blow dryers or something. However you want to pack, you can do it. And even here, we still have that 4-speed exhaust fan to give you just some really comfortable airflow. Now, they have a locking door. Like I've unlatched this, but you notice the door's not going anywhere. You have to manually disengage the lock. So you do have a true like pocket door, and it locks itself. This is really just here as an extra assurance to keep it from wiggling in transit. Whew! Moving upstairs. Now notice, when this door's shut, you're unfortunately going to have to deal with part of my reflection here. Ooh, I had a vacation last weekend and I ate well. Look at that. I got to fix that. Ooh, got to get back on the treadmill. But full privacy. Like it looks like glass. But you obviously couldn't see through it because look how light and bright and lit up it is in here. And yet, you know what else is striking me? And pardon me for shifting gears real quick. It is quiet up here. This is exceptionally quiet and comfortable. True king bed, 70 by 80. Full storage below. You can see that's where, again, perfect place for all your extra little gadgets and whiz bangs and widgets. Fold that down. Very critical thing I want to talk here. We've got a wider, larger linen cabinet, or front wardrobe, but when you walk in, right when you go to reach for something, bang! Motion-sensitive lighting kicks itself right on. Dual detachable hanging rods. Now, this is a symmetrical closet, so both sides have this little fixture, but this side has your washer-dryer hookups. You can go stackable if you're so inclined. If you do that, you need to sacrifice... If you do a combo-matic, you got to kill these 2 shelves. If you do a stackable, you got to kill the 3rd shelf too, but it is all set and prepped for that. This is cedar lined to keep bugs from eating up your stuff in here. And this is a true, like, walk-in closet. Grown people, you can stand in here and be just fine. Great dresser space. Now, you've got lower accent lights down here. Let me get these drawers out of the way. There we go. Lower accent lights down here. The whole RV has like a 1 switch, all lower accent light system, so you can see at night to get to the bathroom. Even this, hardwood, you know, they didn't scale down up here, and it will include your bedroom TV up front. Now remember, up here, not only do we have a full, obvious, expansive walk-in height, but we have that dual whisper quiet air system, which keeps it quieter and cooler up here. Well, pardon me, not cooler. It gets down to temp more easily and stays there more effectively. Well, I bumped my camera button on the way. Sorry about that, but we were just wrapping up anyway. So, there's a lot to talk about. I gave this thing a very rudimentary flyby. Now, normally 24-25 minutes is more than enough to canvas any RV. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface here, and I feel like I've done a really minimal job for you guys. But everyone who RVs, especially something at this class echelon price point, everyone has some very specific wants and needs and questions. My goal here is to give you an idea. Do you like what you see? Because if you do, you're probably just only going to like it more the more you learn about it. And that's my goal, is to see if we're close so that you know which one's the right one. So if you'd like to learn more, give us a call. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, RV delivery. If you don't have a vehicle to pull this, we can do package deals, or we can just go ahead and deliver it right to a site for you. Whatever you need, we do everything. And HaylettRV is the largest standalone independent RV dealer in the state of Michigan. We're in a small town. We're a huge dealership. That didn't all happen by selling only to local folks. Don't get me wrong, I love our local customers, but we send these things coast to coast, and there is no such thing as being too far away to get a good deal from HaylettRV. Our success and records prove that. So, the only thing you have to lose by not calling is potentially thousands of dollars. If you want to keep that thousands of dollars, give us a call. 800-256-5196, HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. I love that beam up top. How cool is that?